Yo, what is going up, guys? Welcome back to the channel where I talk about everything Harry Potter and theme park related content on a daily basis. I'm Johnny the Collecting Wizard, and today we are taking a look at the frequently asked questions in Hogwarts Legacy. We have a lot of questions. I've been getting a lot. Bless you. That's my dog. As I stated, I was going to talk a lot about Hogwarts Legacy, and of course, when I started posting about Hogwarts Legacy video game gameplay, a lot of questions started popping up, and I mean in my DMs, on Twitter, you name it. There was a lot of questions towards me specifically and what I thought things could be like and what I thought and all of that. So I just decided to go ahead and do a video on all the questions that I believe I remembered, and I wrote them down, and here we are. Frequently asked questions about Hogwarts Legacy. I'm also going to go ahead and look up this article of Hogwarts Legacy. It's actually not an article, it's actually strictly from the game designers who made Hogwarts Legacy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive into these frequently asked questions of Hogwarts Legacy. Let's get into it, start the intro, and let's roll!
You're a wizard, Harry.
What's going on, guys? I am Johnny the Collecting Wizard, and we have a lot of questions referring to Hogwarts Legacy. I know it's the most famous game right now. I believe it's gonna win Game of the Year, but that's just me being a Harry Potter nerd. But let's just go straight into the questions because there's a lot of them. Number one question that everyone has of Hogwarts Legacy is there going to be multiplayer? Is there going to be co-op? Is there going to be anything revolving, because it's Hogwarts, you want to go ahead and explore with a friend. You want to run through Hogsmeade. You want to go to the three broomsticks with your friends and grab a butterbeer. I really hope there's butterbeer in this game. If there isn't, this game has failed me. But that's for another video. And no, there is no multiplayer, unfortunately. This question is honestly my number one question. It was my number one question because don't you want to play with your friends in Hogwarts and run around and, play some Quidditch and all of that? Unfortunately, the game designers said no. The question states, does Hogwarts Legacy have online or co-op gameplay? They're saying that Hogwarts Legacy is a single player experience and does not have online or co-op gameplay. So, fortunately, no co-op, no online, no multiplayer whatsoever. So that's very sad for us gaming people who love, and we're exploring the idea of playing Quidditch with your friends. Unfortunately, hopefully, they're saying no, but hopefully in the future it pops up as an add-on. Who knows? No one really knows about these things, but unfortunately for right now, that is a no-go. The second question that a lot of people actually gotten and asked me, even though there's a full gameplay and it states when it comes out, is when does Hogwarts Legacy come out? Well, the answer is clear, holiday 2022. They posted about it on the State of Play gameplay. If you guys want to go ahead and see my reaction video about that, I cried and did a lot more than just crying. So I'm going to go ahead and tag it right up here so that way you guys could go ahead and check it out. But yeah, it is coming out holiday 2022. And I actually wanted to talk about this because a lot of people have been sending it to me. So I thought, this would be a perfect time, especially when we're talking about the release date for Hogwarts Legacy, is that a lot of people have stated that they already prepaid for their copy of Hogwarts Legacy, and it states that it is opening and is being released October 31st, 2022. That is very, very common in all the games that, the companies like Target, Walmart, GameStop, people like that, Best Buy. If they don't know the exact date, they're always going to put December 31st, 2022. Since the publishers don't mention when they're going to release it, that's why they're going ahead and just putting the last day of the year. But holiday 2022, it does not mean December 31st. Holiday 2022 for me honestly means anywhere from between October to November to December. Those 3 months, typically around September, October, November, around those three is when the big games come out. Call of Duty, like the big name games. So if it's saying holiday 2022, that means that it's pushing to be one of the biggest games to come out of the whole year. So I would stay tuned, and I'll be posted. Actually, follow me on Instagram. It is Johnny the Collecting Wizard, just like my channel name, because once the release date actually becomes official, I'm going to write it down. I'm going to go ahead and take you guys with me on a journey to pick up the game and everything. We're going to do gameplay. So if you guys haven't yet, hit that subscribe button down below, because this is the channel for you. If you guys want some Hogwarts Legacy gameplay, some walkthroughs, some live streams, everything Hogwarts Legacy related, hit that subscribe button down below. Ooh, this one's gonna be a controversial one. I've never really stated or talked about the whole J.K. Rowling thing, but this is gonna be the first one, so pray for me, guys. What is J.K. Rowling's involvement with the game? Is this a new story from J.K. Rowling? Each experience offered under Portkey Games will take place in the Wizarding World and will be authentic to it. J.K. Rowling is supportive of Portkey Games and has entrusted the design and creation of the games to Warner Bros. Games and the developers involved. Portkey Games, Avalanche, all of those people are involved in this game. Her team have also collaborated with Warner Bros. Games on all aspects of Hogwarts Legacy to ensure it remains a true part of the Wizarding World experience and is in line with the creativity and magic that fans expected. So there you have it. No comments. I'll go ahead and skip to the next question. People actually were asking if this, ties with Harry Potter and how does it tie within and how does the lines align and all of that. Well, let me be the first to tell you that Hogwarts Legacy is in the late 1800s, so 1892. I believe the specific date was September 1st, 1892, which I saw in one of the newspapers on the gameplay. If you guys haven't checked that out, I would highly suggest going back into my channel and checking out that reaction video. It is awesome. But yeah, if it's 1892, I believe the only person that was alive around that time. I mean, you do see some people. I'm actually gonna put a clip of the people that you still see, that you're more aware of, and you probably have read about them in the books.
You'll come to know this eclectic group of talented witches and wizards in class and while completing side assignments.
And I'm sure if you haven't read any of the books and have only seen the movies, there's definitely gonna be Nearly Headless Nick, and I know you know who that is. So I'm going to go ahead and put a clip of him right here.
You may recognize a few faces.
All in good fun. Once Sir Patrick lets me join the Headless Hunt, I'll be right there with them. This offering is sure to win them over.
Don't forget why I'm here.
I have also gotten the question of, can you pick your house, or is it randomly placed by the sorting hat? I can 100%. What the heck is that? I can 100% confirm that in the beginning of the game, you start just like any witch and wizard, brand new. You have no house, even though you're a 5th year, which kind of defies the purpose. But anyhow, you do get to pick your house. You get to tell the sorting hat which house you want to be part of. If you want to be part of the Gryffindor team, go ahead and be part of the Gryffindor team. I know I'm going to be part of the Slytherin house because it's the best house there is. And I'm sorry if you guys don't feel that way. Slytherin till I die.
When you arrive at Hogwarts, you will be sorted into one of the 4 Hogwarts houses: Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, or Slytherin. After you settle into your dormitory, you will meet up with your housemates in the common room. You will then need to attend classes, and you do have some catching up to do as you were starting Hogwarts late as a 5th year.
So you are the new student.
I've also got a couple of questions asking how is the whole customization part of it, and if you could customize your player completely. I'm actually going to put some clips about it because they talked about this in the Hogwarts gameplay, the Hogwarts Legacy gameplay. So I'm going to go ahead and put a clip right here.
But before you can study magic and begin to solve these mysteries, you must create the witch or wizard you want to be. To all sorts of gear.
Also, jumping back to that question of, can you play multiplayer? Can you play with a co-op? Unfortunately, that's going to be a no, but you could build friendships inside Hogwarts itself as a single player. If you become enough, a good friend with specific characters and players, they could actually come with you and help you on missions, side quests, all of that. So that's pretty cool. Even though it's not gonna, you're doing it 100% yourself as a single player, it's good to have friends come along and join in on the fun, even though they're just computer CPUs.
Some abilities may be taught to you by students who become your friends. As you develop relationships with these schoolmates, They can accompany you on your journey as your companions. And over time, you'll learn their stories.
This is our chance.
Natsai Onai is a brave adventurer driven by the justice she seeks. Poppy Sweeting has a kind heart and loves magical beasts, connecting with them more easily than with humans.
But what happens now?
Unafraid of detention or breaking the rules,
Sneaking in the restricted section again!
is Sebastian Sallow, a charismatic Slytherin
We've been over this, boy. Figs cannot reverse a curse.
with a troubling family secret.
Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
You'll meet these students and more as you explore common rooms, hallways between classes, and regular gathering areas.
I love these two questions because I feel like they're very entwined with each other. So let's go ahead and actually answer both of them. So here it says, what are the dangerous threats in Hogwarts Legacy? The wizarding world is fraught with dangers, including creatures corrupted by magical force, sinister witches, wizards, and as well as possible mounting goblin rebellion. And I'll show you a clip of those very evil goblins running around.
To uncover what's behind the return of this forgotten magic and who is seeking to harness it to destroy wizard kind, as you may be the one that decides the fate of the entire wizarding world. And yet enigmatic Professor Fig to try and discover if the rumors of a mounting goblin rebellion hold any weight, and if the safety of Hogwarts lies in the balance.
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat he really is.
Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize.
In fact, there's an uneasy alliance between the goblins and dark wizards.
You said you could get to the child when they came to Hogsmeade. That all you needed was a distraction. I gave you a distraction.
I just watched a student take down your distraction. Who is this child? Are you not telling me?
But perhaps you shouldn't involve yourself with that just yet.
Let's go.
The next question is Hogwarts Castle explorable in Hogwarts Legacy? Flat out, yes, it is, 100%. Players will be able to explore a fully realized Hogwarts Castle where they will attend classes, discover dungeons, secret passageways, and challenging puzzles. I'm not a big fan of the puzzle games, but I'll definitely be exploring the castle to its whole degree. Someone also asked me if there is going to be some broom flying, and I can 100% confirm that there is going to be broom flying. I believe you have to take an actual class for it, so you can learn that, and you could fly around not only Hogwarts but to Hogsmeade. It's a big map, and I'm going to talk about the size of the map a little bit further down and have a whole video on just that alone because it's a big map. But yeah, there's 100% going to be broom flying, and this is just my thing and what I want to see into the game, and that's probably what is another video that's going to be about the things that I want to see in the video game. Is that I hope that they have different brooms and you're able to upgrade them and just buy the fastest broom in the world and stuff like that. That'll be pretty cool.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely.
Learning and mastering broom flight is highly recommended so that you may travel around the world more quickly.
I want you to do my herbology homework.
You're despicable.
Can players ride magical beasts in Hogwarts Legacies? A hippogriff would be the one that we actually saw a little clip of. And to top that one off, I believe you could take a shrieking mandrake and use it to your power and to your ability to immobilize some enemies, which is hilarious to me because you literally have a shrieking mandrake in your pocket.
Grow and deploy magical plants to mob the battlefield and keep your enemies at bay. You can even unleash deadly mandrake seedlings to incapacitate unsuspecting enemies. Journey across a landscape never seen before. Uncover in Hogwarts Legacy.
What kinds of classes will players attend in Hogwarts Legacy? Players will attend classes such as Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology, Potions, where they will meet their professors, learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions, and more. you're going to be doing a lot of things. This kind of reminds me of the Bully game, and if you guys haven't seen or have ever explored the Bully game, it's basically a child that goes into a private school or is dropped off in a private school, and you have to go to classes, you have to learn, different classes, English, etc., a bunch of classes. You can either skip those classes and get, in trouble with teachers trying to, like, if you're running around the school and they see you out of class, they try to chase you down and all of that. So it's kind of going to be kind of like that. That's what it's giving me a vibe of, especially going into these classes and stuff like that, like potions and all of that. So yeah, I'm very excited. I love Bully. I love the game. So if you guys love Bully, I feel like this is going to be the game for you.
You'll begin your studies attending Charms, Defense Against the Dark Arts, Herbology and Potions classes, to name a few.
Oh, hello, class. Please welcome the newest rose in our garden.
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
The best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
You may begin.
Not bad for a beginner.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school.
Here you'll meet your professors and learn to cast spells, grow magical plants, brew potions and more.
I actually also got this question because a lot of people were wondering about the room of requirements and what it actually does and all of that. And instead of actually describing it to you, I'm actually going to post a clip about it because they talked about it really good. So here we go.
Welcome to the Room of Requirement.
One of the most remarkable secrets of Hogwarts is known as the Room of Requirement. You're introduced to this space that seems to sense what you need and then provides it for you. Since you need to catch up to your peers, the room provides space for you to sow and harvest plants, brew potions, and upgrade your gear. A helpful house elf named Deke helps you discover vivariums that allow you to nurture your own menagerie of magical beasts.
What is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out.
You can freely customize this space to reflect your personality and magical specialties.
This is also one of the big questions that I was getting, is this game going to be completely off of the Wizarding World and Harry Potter lore, or is this going to be very canon in that sense? So while Hogwarts Legacy is not a direct adaptation of the books and films, the game is anchored around the Wizarding World lore. Avalanche is creating a unique gaming experience that is inspired by the magical universe created by J.K. Rowling's Wizarding World, in which players will find new and unexpected locations, characters, and story elements. I believe that is it. I also got some questions, things like, can you explore the Chamber of Secrets and stuff like that. I did see a clip that kind of looks like the Chamber of Secrets, but I could be wrong. It could be something completely different. Yeah, I can't say for certain because I haven't played the game myself. I'm going to post the clip that I was talking to you guys about, and you guys can go ahead and present your own assumptions.
Lumos.
Opportunities for adventure abound in the area surrounding Hogwarts.
This is another question that they asked, if Diagon Alley is going to be involved or being, as in a part of this realm that we could go ahead and just explore. I did actually have to Google this one, and it did say that Diagon Alley is part of, the bunch of sections that you're able to explore. Okay, I actually found a really good article stating what this question revolves around, and the question is from Gaming Info, and the question is Hogwarts Legacy open world? How far can you explore the Wizarding World? And Maxwell posted and said, Hogwarts Legacy is quite possibly the most exciting piece of Harry Potter media since the books. But how open is the Wizarding World? We've known for a while now that Hogwarts Legacy will let players venture outside the school grounds. In fact, areas like the Forbidden Forest, Hogsmeade, and even Diagon Alley appear in the latest trailers. But that's not all. Hogwarts Legacy will allow players to travel far beyond any other Harry Potter game before it. Using your handy broom or hippogriff, you'll be able to fly freely and explore the wide open world, which developer Avalanche Software sees as an essential part of its vision. If you've ever wanted to see what's beyond the Forbidden Forest or Black Lake or even Hogsmeade, you'll be able to in Hogwarts Legacy, the director confirms. So there you guys have it. I don't know what else to tell you, but if there is a Diagon Alley, I hope they have a Borgin and Burkes around, and that'll be awesome to go ahead and explore. Not only, you know, Diagon Alley. This is actually 1892, so just take in mind that there is no Weasley's Wizard Wheezes or any of that. There's just different types of shops. Borgin and Burkes has been there for God knows how many years. But yeah, I guess that'll answer the question. And I guess that's gonna be it for the questions. I really enjoyed the questions. Thank you so much for sending some of them. I did get some from Hogwarts Legacy themselves, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, smash that like button down below. And as always, if you guys are new here, my name is Johnny. I go by Collecting Wizard, and I talk about everything Harry Potter and theme park related content on a daily basis. So if you guys like this video, give it a like. It definitely helps out a lot. So without further ado, I love you guys, and I'm just waiting for that holiday 2022. I'll see you guys next time.